You're listening to a Time Machine podcast. Old Movie Time Machine. An adventure through time and or space. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Old Movie Time Machine. Now, you all should know the deal at this point. We're here. We're watching movies made in the old US of A between the years of 1945 and 1965, all in glorious Technicolor or whatever color process was in use by that company at the time. That's the one. We're using these films, you guys, as windows into the past. What do? We climb through the window, we poke around a little bit, we see what's going on. We check these people out, and then we come back and we tell you all about it. And while we do this, we're going to be asking some critical, vital, essential questions, such as, who are these people? What are their habits? How are they treating one another? What decisions are they making, and why? Also, and arguably the most important, what are they wearing, and what do their living rooms look like? At the end of our little adventure, our deep dive analysis into this world through the window, we're going to come back and we're going to ask the ultimate question. Do we keep watching this? Do we keep fucking around with this movie? Or do we just leave it aside and just leave it? Keep marching forward, guys. The march of progress, right? Ever onward. Also, what we're going to be doing, you guys. I see you taking notes. I see you. We're asking questions. We're answering them. We're saying bold things and we're providing reasons. Remember, that was the third mysterious thing that we forgot about during Pillow Talk. My bad. We figured it out. Punched it in. Nice and easy. Nobody noticed. I'm your host, by the way, Justin Zeppa. Through time and or space. Joined as ever by my panel of international experts at being humans in the early 21st century. Starting as always to my left, Katherine Sherlock. Katherine, welcome back.
Hello.
Word on the street is that you've been missed the last couple episodes, apparently. It's just what I'm hearing. It's just people have been talking, saying things, and they want to hear more of you.
Okay, well.
So, just so you're aware of that.
Sure.
No pressure. But you need to talk 3 times more than you usually do. Just for the numbers. It's what the people want, Katherine.
What?
Listen.
The pressure. I'm going to talk less now. I mean, what?
I believe in you. You're a shining star. But also next to your left, another shining star.
It's too bright in here.
We call
She's
her
to my right from her.
Shrishma Shining Star Naik. Welcome back to the program.
Hi.
Hi, Shrishma.
How's it going?
Things are going great. We got to get back to you in a minute.
Okay.
To your left, I mean, in a very technical sense. And again, it's important that everybody be aware of our spatial relation to one another. This is an audio-only format, so everything that we do, we have to describe what we're doing right now. I'm holding a pen. It is currently clicked outward. So there, think about that. But hey, she's joining us from across the ocean, you guys. It's quite a trek that she's taking over the interwaves, or however this computer magic works. It is my sister and yours, Carolyn Naoroz. Hi, sis.
Happy to be here. And yes, I believe in telecommuting to work.
Yes, and you're clearly telecommuting now. I mean, you'll notice that the quality...
telecommuting now?
Yeah, the quality is not it's not optimal, you guys. We can do better. Carolyn, to your left, we're joined by a very special guest this week. You may remember him as a former host of Reykjavik Tonight. He's a good friend, and he's here to join us on our adventure today through time and or space. Mr. Dettifoss Bergmann, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be back.
And we're happy to have you because we have some serious shit to talk about today.
We really do.
We're talking 1963's Beach Party.
Oof.
Beach Party. Oh, Shrishma, it's funny that you should say that. Listen, we didn't really talk about it off mic because we felt like doing it with the ears of our audience members.
Save it all.
Yeah, every last drop of what will be an earth-shattering truth to be revealed right now. Shrishma Naik, tell me what your situation is with 1963's Beach Party.
I loved it. It was such a great movie.
Oh, did you enjoy it?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's so good.
All 0 minutes of it that I watched.
Now, Shrishma.
I do think it's very important that, like, in a forum where people are discussing literary works, there is always one person that is sort of acting as the devil's advocate,
Yes.
acting as the sort of painting board, if you will.
I was testing
blank canvas.
Exactly. I was testing the boundaries of the show. Like maybe we could take it into a direction where every week one person doesn't watch it.
Oh, you
and
wanted
we could create some new kind of content.
You wanted to do an A/B test to see just what. I mean, we're not going to know until we tried it.
You would have not known had I not told you. Maybe
So,
that should be
exactly.
the next experiment.
You're doing
This is
this to help the
experimental
team.
podcasting.
Exactly.
This is
You've heard it here.
On the
At
edge.
its finest.
It's so freestyle. It's like jazz a bit, you know. It's really out there. It's really chromatic. These ideas of we're pulling from nowhere to fill in
so,
our knowledge.
So
gap.
next time, Shrishma, you should probably like put the movie on, but watch the back of the television.
Right.
See what
Or-
happens.
See what happens.
Watch a different film.
or watch a different film.
Yeah.
Or put on this film and just leave the house.
Right.
Just
Exactly.
I
What if
played
we
it.
What if we do a quadruple blind where we all watch different films and then come prepared to talk about those films?
Dealer's pick. Justin's
Then it's just it's like 4 hours of like, okay, well that's really interesting. Like, what was your movie called again? In my movie, that didn't happen at all. Actually,
Yeah, it's something entirely different.
it's it was
Or
crazy.
maybe they have to have one single thing in common. Like every male lead character has to be named Richard.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
I do like
I
that.
feel like that's really possible. That would be easy.
Look
to throw
at
together.
what
Dueling
idea
dicks.
generation this has created. You're welcome,
Exactly.
guys. You are so welcome.
Listen, Shrishma, you took one for the team.
I pushing boundaries, man. Since
Shrishi Boo,
20.
I'm all about this experiment. We're obviously going to tell you about Beach Party, 1963's Beach Party. We're going to tell you the story. It puts a little bit of pressure on us to really express
Right.
the magic of this.
I hear from what I
classic
hear
film.
from you guys, it was a great movie. So
It is.
excited.
It really is.
I even read about it 5 minutes before the podcast.
You did that for us,
Right. I did.
Beautiful.
So
Thank the
listen,
good people at Wikipedia.
They summed it up in 5 sentences.
yeah. Look, there's not a whole lot that goes on in this movie. So I mean, if you're gonna skip one,
Right.
which don't skip
I
one.
disagree, man. There's a whole lot of stuff that happens, and there's subtext there that's quite deep and relevant today.
Well, sure. It's nothing if not evergreen material. The kids love their surf music, right? And surfing culture.
I did love the acoustic surf music. It's like people doing surf music without any of the instruments and just sort of singing surfing. Yeah,
Now, see,
surfing.
There's usually one instrument, but it's unplugged the
Surfing.
entire time. That was really nice, by the way. It was a nice interpretation of all the songs. You've managed to sum it up in one. As ever, Catherine, do you have a one-line review of 1963's Beach Party?
I have some words.
Please.
Yes. So, yeah, just to, you know, when I joked in the chat about beach party, ooh, all of the balls.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. No, I wasn't wrong.
Good jokes.
I really
Just-
wasn't wrong. It was just big, hairy, inane balls.
Yeah, hairy inane balls. Big ones.
Big
All
ones.
So
right.
did I miss hairy chests too?
No.
They were...
They were bald as anything. They were
Young boys' chests.
Oh.
immature.
You're going to see some photos. They're all clumped together, sitting very close to one another in a way that there are questions. Okay, great one-line review, Catherine. As always, Shrishma, moving right along to you. Carolyn, do you have...
Come on, let's get
Oh,
Shrishma's.
yeah, okay. Just for the sake of the stick with the format. Shrishma, do you have a one-line review for 1963's Beach Party?
What a party.
Yeah. What if somebody threw a beach party and Shrishma didn't come? It's a question. It's philosophical. Think about it.
Because I'd be at my own party?
Well, that I don't know.
Okay.
Nobody knows what you're up to these days.
That's fair.
Nobody can keep
That's
track of you. You're off the grid. Dr. Sister, do you have a one-line review for 1963's Beach Party?
Yes, I would say it is the surfing silliest example of professorial imposter syndrome.
That's feel like a lot of good words. You've got the best words. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that, but I like that.
I've got PhD level words.
Yeah, of course. And I like you incorporating the professorial aspects of it. It's crucial to how this movie plays out. But Dettifoss, do you have a one-line review for Beach Party?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the movie for the time when horseback rides on the beach aren't quite sexy enough, so you have to resort to plane rides on the beach.
Which, I'll tell you, I mean, that'll work, right? Taking you out for a fly in my plane?
Exactly.
That's kind of the ultimate pickup, right? Would that work on you?
On the runway? I mean, on the beach?
Yeah.
Where's the
Yeah,
runway?
Yeah, no,
It is the beach.
It was just a bumpy old ass beach.
It's just a big old beach. I mean, he's driving his car up there at one point.
Yeah, I even made a note. I'm like, what? Anything goes on the beach.
Shrishma,
Quite frankly.
you missed the bumpiest beach.
does.
How could you miss this?
Opening scene.
Guys, teenage romance has never seemed less desirable unless you're a middle-aged man with binoculars and a long-range microphone. That's my review. A lot of peeping.
Yeah.
Peeping in this film.
I actually looked up how old the actors were, and they might look like they're 35 or 50.
Yeah.
But they are actually only like 23 or 4.
Okay, so this is...
They've
all
just
right.
made them up to look really old.
Yeah, I think Frankie Avalon is born in 1940.
Hold on. Carolyn, you've been waiting very patiently in your little box
Two
there.
hands in the
What
air.
is going on? What do you have to share with us?
I actually was going to pose a question and ask you, how old do you think these characters are supposed to be? College? High school?
Well,
Yeah, like 18
they're
or
talking
something.
about marriage, but like marriage to us is that's way older than this era.
oh no, I pictured them as high school, like late high school going into college maybe, or maybe early college, because they're at a point where they're renting beach houses for their...
And like,
So
But
what
they're
are
all of
ages
them in the
that
same
in?
house, though.
Yeah, but originally it was just going to be the two of them at that house. And that's why he gets upset and chases her around the living room of said house.
Yes.
Because she invited the gang down. And it was supposed to be a couple-y
she
weekend.
didn't trust herself to be alone with
Well, look at him. He's irresistible, right? I mean, who could keep their hands off of Frankie Avalon?
Look at those eyebrows.
so I'm
They're
just saying
so...
this is a huge generational difference here, where at least in America nowadays we're like, get through college, do not
Oh, yeah.
pull
No,
up so much.
this is still the age when you could marry. You're marrying in like
20.
16.
Yeah,
you know, like
that's
you
true.
like 16-year-old bride is not uncommon. I think at this point.
Stop talking about grandma like that.
Love you, Grams.
Love you,
I
Grandma.
mean, Grandma has to get her rocks off,
You were
man.
hot.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and Grandma was hot, so she's out there. Once upon a time. Sorry, Dad. Anyway, so
She knew it. She had 11 kids.
he knows it too. International panel of experts. Do you know Frankie and Annette? Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Okay. It barely means anything to me. The only reason it means anything to us is yes, Carolyn. Carolyn's on the phone raising her hand, folks at home. For every time this happens, she's got a lot to say.
Because I'm not on my normal audio.
I know, you're at the county recorder's
I have
office.
to, like-
Wait, you're at the county recorder's office. Again, guys, the paperwork. We changed the name so
damn
many
it.
times.
Oh my God.
There was some kind of error. And also, we need to talk. Bryndís is obviously not with us. She's still in Washington, D.C. right now defending the building of the boom room. They've got a bunch of questions, and she has been instructed to not give them any
I think she got
answers.
distracted by the Johnny Depp trial.
Is that what's happening? Okay, well, I have...
Obvi. Hello, Northern Virginia. Yeah.
I think, we might not know this here in Iceland, but in the States, this has really taken over the news cycle, is her being grilled in front of all these congressional panels and committees. Should we tune in, just see if we can, they're live streaming it right now, just see if she's doing anything, see how it's going.
Experimental podcasting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're not going to get this everywhere. Like Rogan doesn't do this. Okay. Now, Bryndís, here's what we would like to do is we would like to give you a couple of questions. I'm going to take plenty of time here to grandstand, as this is a televised closed-door meeting. I don't know why they closed the doors. This is on television and on...
Well, it's not important.
it is crucial. Bryndís, I'm going to tell you right now. I'll tell you what, this is an issue that is of great importance to the American people. Now, I understand that you and your colleagues have been doing some kind of, what do you call it, some kind of computer radio show or something? What do y'all call it?
It's called a podcast.
A podcast. Now that is interesting. Now, is that some kind of foreign technology? Is that coming from China or Russia, or where is that coming from? Podcasts, are they out there, or where did you guys get yours?
Well, we are streaming from Iceland.
Now, okay. Now, hold on.
It's everywhere.
Hold on. Now, you just said you're streaming from Iceland. Is that a real place, or are we making this up here now?
Yeah, it is a real place.
Okay. Now, which state?
Have you looked at a map?
Listen, I need you to understand that in my district, we have abolished all maps. In that we have also abolished all libraries, and there is no reading, very little looking at any kind of materials such as those things that might establish some kind of objective truth. We try to eliminate that from our form of justice and governmenting, if you understand what I'm saying here. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure,
So
you know.
you guys are just stupid then?
Well, now hold on now, Bryndís. I think maybe we're pushing this a little too far now. I think maybe we're getting getting our wires crossed, something like that. I mean, I know that you have a very thick accent, and I know that I speak perfect American English, and so probably you're getting confused, and I'm getting confused with you and everything. So can we just reset this table here? Is what I'm going to say. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this table. I'm going to tip it over. Here we go. Just tip it over like that. And here's what I'm going to tip it back. I'm going to put some new plates on it. And there's a plate for you and a plate for me. So what I need for you to do is put a little slice of truth on your plate. And maybe just pass it over, and I'll take a little portion of that too. Okay, how's that sound?
Great. Get to the question.
Outrageous. Yeah. Ooh. They're really... She's having a rough time, but she's holding her own. I mean, that's why we sent her down there. She's the one who's capable.
Yeah.
Like, Shrishma, you would fold in a minute underneath these spotlights. So? Congressional spotlights. You ever been under a congressional spotlight? Answer yes or no right now.
No. I'm not melting.
Okay. You need to talk into the microphone too.
Sorry.
This is an ongoing thing. Okay.
She's cracking.
I mean,
She's
done
cracking
this before,
that one.
right?
You've done it. If you're not going to watch the movie, then I get to bust your chops about talking into the microphone. That's just a rule. That's a house rule.
He gets it. Today you get away with it.
Yeah, okay. Just this once. In the, I guess, late 50s, early 60s, surfing gets exported from Hawaii over here, and it really starts to take off in Southern California. This gets linked up to the music scene, so this is how you get the Beach Boys. They're like, well, we are boys. I mean, it's in the name of our group. We're boys. We don't have a lot of experience in the world, but we like the idea of surfing. And there was only one of the Beach Boys that actually surfed. Go figure. But they made their millions off of that. Carolyn?
Hawaii joined the Union in 1959. So this would have been shortly thereafter. They became American.
That's right. We did what we do with most cultures. We took the best of it and we corrupted it and we bent it to our own twisted design.
Terrible.
Yeah. And ruined it in the process. We've done it with jazz. We've done it with rock and roll. We've done it with surfing. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Hawaii.
So, yeah, sorry, Hawaii. I mean, I guess, are we going to start issuing apologies now? I mean, why not? Sorry about that.
Princess Kayukulani, and I was touched by it.
But you were touched by a Kayukulani? Did you report it?
The movie. It's Princess Kayukulani, and it's a beautiful story. It's like the last royal of like the actual Hawaiian family. But this
Lilo
is
and Stitch.
Pre-American, like British. Yeah. No.
Oh.
No.
All right.
Oh, you mean
but
wild Hawaiians?
We're all in a row today.
I'm sorry. Everybody, this is all I'm thinking now is just like edits, more edits. Just everything I say is an edit. Just take it out. Is there software that exists that can take out everything that I say?
Gold, leave it in.
Yep. No edits. That's the name of the game. Anyway, this is Counterculture. in the United States, or this is the counterculture that's being sold to the United States, I should say, because I tell you what, in fucking Illinois or whatever, nobody's living this lifestyle. I don't think people in California were living this lifestyle. Guys, Frankie and Annette, they're driving their yellow jalopy. And I
like how the steering wheel is like really inappropriately situated.
That's how they made them back in the day. It is at a.
He must have like so much shoulder problems from
tension
from putting his. Yeah, it is almost entirely horizontal. It's like neck level and horizontal.
So if they got into an accident, he would lose his head.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and these guys, there's no seatbelts in this. They're not wearing anything there. It's the 60s. No way. But they've got their boards. They've waxed down their boards, and they are driving and they are singing, because this is not just a beach movie, you guys. It's a beach musical movie. You know how I feel about musicals.
They're the best.
This has not changed my impression of them.
It's not a good one for your impression to be changed.
There was a couple of good tracks, like the "Hold Him Tight."
Oh boy.
No.
Be kind to him.
Oh my God.
You have to hold your man so he doesn't leave you.
That's
Hold him down until he stops breathing.
When we discuss musicals on My Fair Musical, we'll talk about musical structure. That's very important. This movie does not adhere to.
It does not. They just sing whenever they fucking want to, and we're here to listen to it.
Yeah.
So they're singing about surfing all day and surfing all night, and how vacation is here. So beach party tonight. It makes sense. Shrishma, you're nodding. I can tell you want to hear this song. You're putting it on your Spotify right now.
These are available on Spotify, by the way, and they're under the name of Annette. What's her face? Funicello.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
But Annette never actually surfs in this movie, right?
I don't think so. No,
no way. She doesn't get close to the water. I don't even think she's on that beach.
No,
she does go on the beach. And she wears
very Italian 1960s. Does not actually get in the water; just it's near the water.
Well, no, you can't mess up that hair.
I think there was approximately 2 ladies that did surf, and they were often on the shoulders of men.
Yes, there was one who actually had her bottom pushed upward by somebody's head at one point.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, that was sort of like, that's a curious move that didn't play out at all.
I found the sort of erotic stylings on the board with her sort of pushing her head into the bottom of the man.
Yeah,
I would have thought that was ineffective as an erotic exercise.
They were trying new things. They were trying new styles.
Experimental beaching, experimental podcasting.
Exactly. Right. This is like Shrishma's doing the same thing right now. You're reinventing how we do this.
Absolutely.
So look, they drive this car just right up on the beach at one point. They just pull up, just driving along the seaside there, pull up to this beautiful beach crash pad here. Mm-hmm. This looks like a fun clubhouse, right? This is where you would take your boo and you go and you hang out on the beach. And you make that sweet love.
Like Malibu.
This is what they take your boo to the boo, right? Malibu. So they have rented this beach house.
Right.
The plan has been, look, we're going to go down here. I love you. This is Frankie talking to Dolores, and that is playing Dolores.
He uses that word very liberally in this film.
Well, I don't know.
He loves everyone.
I don't think he knows what it means.
That has a certain physical trait that he could utilize later in the evening.
Fall in and out of love according to his proximity to breasts, female breasts. That is true. So right now he's sitting right next to the breasts that he's dating, and so he's like, "Honey, I know that you're into the idea of marriage. This is a great chance for us to practice. We're going to be together, just me and you, rattling around this beach pad, doing that thing with your breasts."
But there are 2 boards, and that's not one of hers.
That's an excellent question.
Theory.
I mean, we don't see her
ever surf.
I mean, you can't prove a negative, right? So we're not with her the entire time. So maybe during a cutaway, she dipped in there or something like that. I can't prove to you that she didn't surf.
Right. But you can't prove to me that she did.
I can't even prove that. I can't prove anything. I don't even know. Listen, there's 2 boards, 2 of them.
Yeah.
I like to think he's got the blue one. This other one is, it's got a pinkish hue, right?
His and hers.
For the ladies. Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
But it turns out, Shrishma, you're not going to believe it. It turns out that there's a bunch of people sleeping at this beach house because
like an unnatural amount of people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, dozens.
They should not be able to fit into that house at all.
no.
Like this would be not allowed because of health issues. There would be not enough toilets for all of these people in the cabin.
There's
So
a max
this would
capacity.
like health and
Excellent-
safety would come and
excellent
shut
point.
this shit down.
Carolyn, I think you have some comments about
Or
beach
the
house
shit would shut the
rentals.
house down.
Yeah, I'm really curious in this day and the age of Airbnb and
Yeah,
you know,
that's a good
such.
point.
Who's paying for this house?
Exactly.
I got so many logistical questions.
Is Annette?
Who got the key?
Who made the booking?
Like how?
Right.
Who made the booking? Who's paying for it?
Right. Which card did they use? Which address is on the card? Is it the same as the mailing address? Are they splitting this
Yeah,
like
like
27 ways so everybody just pays a fraction of their part of the
Exactly.
floor? Who did they talk to the landlord? Was there one of those?
Who did they Venmo to get the payment? Like that's
Yeah.
No.
Was there a combination box where you had to like set the numbers right to get the key or, like something like that? So just real quick, I wanted to note before they even go into the house, Annette has, Dolores, we'll call her Dolores. She has this moment where she leaps out of the car. She walks out to the sea and she's like, there's just something about the beach in the morning, Frankie, And she starts to wax really philosophical about it. It's so quiet and peaceful and mysterious. And Frankie, he's a sensitive guy, so he responds with, come on, let's get this stuff inside.
Come on, let's get the stuff inside.
And then just walks away. It's really brutal. Like, he just like,
He
gotta go.
just literally wants some tail.
Said
Yes.
He's
said
just like,
every husband ever checking into the beach house.
Right, yeah.
including my own.
Yeah. Oh, the piece, the mystery, of course. Can we deal with
Yeah. Honey,
all right.
unpack the car.
yeah, I have something else that needs to be unpacked. here.
Exactly. Right. Why do you think I was driving so fast? Why do you think I drove onto the beach? We had to get here as soon as possible.
Emergency.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Things are dire, honey. Let's go. Don't mind me, it's just the voice from the editing booth coming at you for our typical mid-episode break to let you know about our TeePublic store that we have cooking on the internet. The link is in the show notes. You can go there. Guys, normally I highlight something in particular, but today I want to highlight a feature. Did you know that with all articles of clothing, bags, all the other, ephemera that you can purchase on there, that's all customizable, you guys. If you don't like the color that you're seeing, you can change that color. So if you see, it's a navy blue shirt, fuck navy blue, I'm over it. I want lavender. Just choose lavender, and then the shirt is yours. It shall arrive. I mean, you have to pay for it first, obviously, but then it will just magically appear as customized by you. Customizable merchandise for you, for your eyeballs, for your sense of self-esteem. Go get the thing that you want and make it yours the way that you want it to be. And if you do, we will thank you, as I will right now. Thank you. And now back to the show. Can we take a look at the beach party here? Because what is shocking to me is, so again, we are now almost 60 years past this point, right? But beach parties pretty much the same as a beach party
As a
today.
concept?
Yeah, I mean, just like we got the net up for the, for beach volleyball. Everybody's in their gear. They've got their towels down. They've got their, they probably stuffed their wallet down their shoe to protect it, from thieves, wandering thieves. But they got their little picnic lunches and everything. This looks like today. Beach party has not changed much.
I even found that the swimwear was kind of similar today. Like
fairly contemporary.
The lady swimwear was often fairly contemporary. There's like the little elastic band is maybe a bit more pronounced, but other than that, it's pretty standard. Yeah,
and same thing with the dudes as well. It's a sort of middle. It's not the uncomfortable short shorts necessarily, but it's also not the long. It's not the board shorts. Yeah, not your jams. Right.
I was disappointed in the complete lack of Speedos there. Like
you wanted more Speedo.
I am
More
a Speedos
Interesting.
budgie smugglers. Exactly. Those are the ones I want to see in a beach film.
What did you say?
Budgie smugglers.
It's a great word.
Budgie smugglers.
Looks exactly like a budgie.
Budgie smugglers at oldmovietimemachine.com.
Okay.
Email us.
I'm not a Speedo person, so I appreciate the lack of Speedos.
Okay.
But are you do you want your men to be wearing like tight shorts or flappy shorts?
I'm more of like a loose fit, but not like baggy.
All right. So
I wanna see
they're
the goods.
fitted, but
Right, but still some room to breathe.
All right.
No.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Do you guys just hear my sister? She wants to see the goods. She wants.
Yeah.
Oh. We had a nude beach?
So there. This is just pure surfing propaganda at this point. It's just
Yeah.
them, fun people, fun young people grabbing their boards, going out and having themselves a good surf or two.
And like for the first minute or two of these surf scenes, which are plentiful and multiple, it's a fairly enticing offer they have there. Like it looks like it's fun, apart from the weather, of course.
It does look kind of fun, doesn't it?
Or the color of the film.
Meanwhile, there's all of this surfing happening, and we're having a love affair with surfing, right? We, the audience, are falling in love with this new, novel, exotic sport activity. And little do these beach bums know, though, that they are being watched and scrutinized and perved on by a man with a beard named Professor Sutwell, Robert Sutwell. And so we meet the professor. He is joined by the ever lovely Dorothy Malone from Written on the Wind. She is the nymphomaniac sister of Robert Stack. She is the one who goes and has the psychedelic freak out at the swimming hole. And so here she is, 6 or 7 years later. She is still in the pictures,
Smoking. She's smoking.
looking pretty great, and also not getting a great role in this film. I think she was better used in Written on the Wind, and that she has fewer delusional meltdowns in this film. So we meet.
She did portray the sexual tension with the professor very nicely.
Well, yeah. So these two. So we have a professor. He's clearly some kind of anthropological type of professor. He's studying mating rituals of early adolescent humans.
He's got some fairly decent gear there.
Teenagers from America. Cool.
Yes, and he is. We sort of pieced together this idea that he and Marianne, who is Dorothy Malone's character, they have gone off and studied tribes together, and they have gone around the world examining the advancements of various cultures.
He's supposed to be American in the movie.
Yes,
He's an American.
Yep. He does dress like he's on safari.
That's what I was going to
There's
say.
like a pith helmet even over here, but that's just because
They've come back
he's an
from-
explorer,
Yeah,
right?
he's been in the jungles.
Yes. So he is writing his book, and she is like, "You're an idiot. You're being too technical about this. Just call the book Teenage Sex and be done with it." And he's like, "Well, but I'm too nebbish. I don't know if I'm able to do that." And he gets her to help with the research, and she's like, "I'll do this, but here's the deal. After you write your book, why don't you read it?" Because for some reason, she is hot for this bearded freak. Now, can you explain this to me outside of the realm of it was some middle-aged man writing the screenplay, and that's why? Is there any reason for her to like him, this man that we see before us, with his peeping machines?
I can explain that.
What is it?
I get it. She's like dedicated to his work to a certain extent, but also like all of you are man babies. So this is the man baby I'm willing to put up with.
But this man baby, like he's not sexual.
No,
that we
he's
know
not.
of.
It's
But
pretty.
she can fix him.
Yeah.
He actually says they have
No,
a conversation where he's like, "I've never actually played on either team," or something like along those lines. Do you recall this? There's some comment that he makes about like, "I've never tried from either side," or something like that. So he's like,
Are we to assume he's a virgin?
I get that impression.
So we can just rock his world and he won't know any different.
Exactly.
I don't know.
But you said he gets laid after he takes off his beard. So
He doesn't get laid.
There's interest.
Oh, okay.
He goes from being non-sexual to being sexual by the removal of facial hair.
It's mostly just like, you're kind of an interesting character, but this beard has got to go. This is what every person he runs into says to him. And then he shaves the beard, and the end result is, okay, now you're you're interesting and beardless.
You're actually hot.
Which is the imposter syndrome part, because he grew the beard in the first place because people didn't believe he was a doctored professor.
Yes, we get the story
And so
behind
he
the
grew
beard. Yeah.
Right. We get the story where he grew it to be more believable, but in the other context of his research, he's now like, you're not believable with your stupid beard, dude.
But I find like the beard is a whole metaphor for the whole film. It's like it's a 3-act structure. Like in the beginning, he has the beard.
To Brazilian or not Brazilian.
Exactly.
Is that what we're asking?
And then the whole middle act, the second act, is people saying like, the beard's got to go, dude. The beard has got to go. And he's wrestling with himself like, am I going to let the beard go? Am I going to keep the beard? Am I going to listen to what the people say? Or am I going to be myself? And he chooses to do as the people want. And thus, in the third act, the people accept him.
And
They do, they embrace him.
Is an ancillary character the entire time.
Yeah, I find that the beard is such a deep metaphor in this film that it's easy to miss.
Is the professor better off with or without his beard? You tell me. Panel?
I see a picture.
I mean,
I don't know if we have.
I mean, I don't think
No.
it's a fair comparison.
no.
Oh, you skipped out on the whole.
No, it's coming. It's
Okay.
coming. Yeah, we haven't reached it yet.
But yeah, I don't think it's a fair comparison because it's a fake beard and he's made to look stupid while wearing it, like purposefully. Like everything he does, he is stupid looking and he does it in a stupid way. So comparing him with a beard and without is not fair. But he at least flies a plane without it. So that's something.
That's true. And we find out, we get a little backstory, a little depth into his very deep character, is that he trained... What?
Just pointing at Carolyn.
Oh, okay. He trained, he was a flight instructor, and he would do aerobatics during the war. So think about that. Carolyn, did you have a comment here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters one way or the other.
It definitely doesn't, whatever you're about to say. Not because of you, but because of the movie.
Because of the movie,
Yeah.
but also definitely because of the movie. Doesn't matter one way or the other. Because Annette Funicello is always going to end up with Frankie Avalon. But really, when it comes down to it, is that this poor man with his professorial imposter syndrome, beardless or not, is not the right age range for these American teenagers.
I was kind of surprised at how definitely middle-aged he looks without the beard. Like it wasn't some
Correct.
what's the swan? What is it? The shitty swan. What's that parable called?
The Ugly Duckling.
Ugly Duckling.
The shitty
Ugly
swan.
Duckling, it's not a...
It's someone throws shit at a
The
swan.
shitty swan is so much better.
The shitty swan story. It's not like that. When he shaves and everybody's like, va va boom. It's Shrishma's
No, it's like, oh, you're middle-aged and you're still middle-aged. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't into him with the beard. I wasn't into him after
Or
the beard.
without.
No.
And I definitely wouldn't have been into him after his ridiculous flight where he does twists and twirls with the poor woman.
Oh, and
she's
turns her green.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I like...
Oh, special
Cool.
effects.
Yeah, they turned like half the
Riding
film.
horses on the beach is a much bigger
No horses
get
in this
for
movie.
a date night.
No horses
It doesn't
in
matter. I'm
this
just
film.
saying. We compared it to planes flying over the beach or horses riding down the beach.
Yeah.
Horses riding down the beach, better.
She was hot for the concept of the plane, but
Yeah.
the reality was something different.
Yeah.
Hot for the concept. I mean, tale as old as time.
That's true. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't want to ride a horse on a beach and then try and have sex after that. That would be uncomfortable, all of it. Like, there's
Well, the
smells.
horse is
there's-
exhausted at that point.
Yeah,
so not going to give you anything.
I'm disturbed.
Guys, who shows up? Who's
I think we should open our own bar called the Shitty Swan.
So the
listen.
flight has been finished.
Yeah, but who shows up at this point? This crucial, pivotal moment in this motion picture.
Is it a dance off?
No, it's the biker gang show. The Rats shows
Eric
up.
von Zipper.
Eric von
It
Zipper.
is pretty much a dance-off through a window.
He's the worst Lou Costello knockoff you could dream of. He runs into Ava, who is again unsatisfied, and she seems fine with the idea of a biker gang joining her at some point. But he's like, I'm busy. I have to go break into this beach house, which he does. Steps immediately onto Dolores, who screams. Her screams alert the professor, who arrives and scares off the gang. Accidentally, of course, but he shows up. They call him the Finger now because he's got that weird cosmic energy thing. You can arrest your movements. And the whole house enters to find them embracing. So it just kind of looks uncomfortable that you're hugging the professor. Whoa, we're kids. That's a grown up. I mean, allegedly, for what they know. Back at the beach house, Dolores is upset, and Frankie and the boys go to beat up the professor. Frankie tells her to wait there so he can yell at her later. He actually says that, like, you stay here and we'll finish this later. She's like, yeah, I'll do that. Frankie, cool. Their love is pure. It's true. It was written in the stars for these two. The beach dudes.
On the wind?
Wait, do you guys hear that?
Sperm count.
So weird. It gets drafty in here.
Yeah, Frankie Avalon. Hear it, see it. Don't come back and tell me you're going to yell at me later, because you and your low sperm count are not having any more arguments.
Maybe that's why Ava was so upset. She's like, I thought your boys could swim, Frankie.
It's true, but they can't swim also, Frankie.
We're getting pretty close to the end.
We
here.
really are. We're racing to the end at this point. So the beach dudes break into the professor's house and they discover all of his research and they start reading his paper. Because when you're young and you have a head full of steam and you're ready to go fight the world, you definitely want to pick up random papers and start reading them.
Yeah,
and that's what these guys do.
And they're probably like, because the paper isn't ready, like he's not finished his research.
He's so
they're
embarrassed,
actually reading
Which
his
is
research
amazing.
notes.
Yes.
Which are
Hasn't
generally
even finished
just
his
inane
data
scrabbles.
collection. He's got like a full manuscript already. It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's been perving on that for a long time.
I have a theory about that, actually. I think it was Marianne that...
grad student?
Yeah, it was Marianne that did most of the work there while he was
True.
he was off trying to get his rocks off. So kudos to Marianne.
Are you saying that's how it is with most male professors, that then just assign female graduate students to do their work and then
Or male
slap
ones.
their name
I mean,
on it?
I had to suck my professor off like twice a week and
Yeah,
do
I'm
his
sure you
laundry.
did.
Clearly, I'm in the wrong profession. I need to go into
The wrong kind of
academia.
science.
Academia
It doesn't
rocks.
happen for women. It's only male professors, I promise you.
No, I think you're just you have an incomplete data set here. There are no women professors.
Okay, Justin.
All right.
Roll it along.
Guys.
Okay,
All right.
Big finale. Let's go to Big
I
Daddy's
know.
again, all right?
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here with you.
We're
We gotta go to Big Daddy's.
going to Big Daddy's. You know what they're doing at Big Daddy's right now?
Dance off.
Close. They're making pies. And thus,
Because I saw this instantly. I clocked this and I'm like, are you kidding me?
no, I know.
Are you kidding
So
me?
thus introduces a very famous dramatic device called Chekhov's pie. If a pie is produced in a film, it must end up on somebody's face.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I saw they were making pies, I'm like, is this ending in a pie fight? Is that where we're going here? It turns out that's exactly where we're going here. But first, at a certain point, everybody converges in this movie at Big Daddy's at this moment. So you've got the beach bums, you've got Frankie, you've got Dolores, you've got the professor, you've got the biker gang, you've got the captain and his mystical meditating ladies, and you've got Big Daddy over in the corner too. And the biker gang is ready to rumble, as biker gangs are wont to do. But the beach bums all align, and they decide to surround the professor. And so this is the
AKA
professor
the
without his
finger.
beard. Yep, the finger.
Oh.
Here he is, looking
Hey.
like a...
Oh, okay.
Okay, the episode takes a
There
turn.
is essentially
Okay.
a dance-off in this final.
Yeah. So they are, and this is Marianne, and this is them dancing around in a big circle, trying to protect them in tribal fashion, of course. Like this is what you would see.
I feel like they found the right rotational speed to dance around the professor in, so that the Germans wouldn't be able to enter through that the inertia, I guess.
Yeah. That's the outward centrifugal force, something
Yeah.
like that. One of those,
Something
like that.
I
Okay.
think.
And then, of course, they're holding hands. That's real sweet.
But I like
you know?
how the professor seems to be frightened there.
Yeah.
When he's the fucking finger.
He has cosmic
He is the
energies.
finger.
Right. He's You know, when they mentioned his nickname, the Finger, it took me like 5 minutes to put together. Like, oh, because he touched him with his finger.
Well, I literally didn't put it together until you said so.
I thought it was just
earlier tonight.
That dude looks like a fucking finger. Like that's what I thought they were saying.
I thought that was just a 60s slang for like old man or something.
Look at this finger over here. Yeah, this dude's a
I
middle
was
finger.
thinking it was his technique. So.
Well, he's exploring all kinds of things in his research. So then a fist versus finger fight breaks out. A pie hits Ava via Dolores. There she is. This is Ava, by the way. She looks great, but she is also covered in pie. Who should show up? But of course, our favorite character of this movie, Sneaky Jim. And his tour, he's just a tour guide. We've never seen him before. He shows up with like 5 minutes left to go. And all these guys get hit with pies too, I'm assuming.
Who are these suits who show up?
Excellent question.
It's a great question.
Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
It'll be answered in the next podcast about this movie when we do Party Part 2.
Episode 5.
I mean, most likely these are all the parents or godparents of the teens. I don't know. I just made that up. But this guy looks like he's ready to repair some Maytag appliances. But he's also ready to take a pie to the face. Eventually, everyone is pied and or frozen. Eric Von Zipper decides, hey, we should be friends, Professor, because I want your cosmic gifts. And he wants to learn the finger technique. Oof. The hard way, if you know what I'm saying. Big Daddy awakens to finally deliver the word everybody's been waiting for. And who is Big Daddy revealed to be? None other than Vincent Price. Vincent Price, who we saw in Leave Her to Heaven as Quentin, the cast-aside love interest of Ellen, the psychopath. And here he is now, 20 years later.
What's the word that he says?
The word is... What was the word? It was 2 words, wasn't it? I can't remember. It was like party on or something like that.
I completely missed everything this man says because my fellow movie watcher just said like, oh, that horror movie guy.
He makes it. My note here says he makes a pit in the pendulum joke. Something about like, let's swing this pit over the pendulum over the pit.
Yeah, it was something I didn't get the reference.
At this point in his career, he's doing Edgar Allan Poe adaptations on the cheap in the UK. So he had done the pit and the pendulum at this point, and at the end credit, the final thing we see is
what was this movie about?
This movie we're talking about now is surfing.
Was it though?
No, I don't think so.
Not even.
I think it was about
It's about generational differences.
I think it's about discrimination against bearded people.
Big Daddy's got a beard, though. Everybody respects him.
He did look a lot better.
This guy has
the beard.
This guy. So Vincent Price has a nicely kept beard.
It's groomed,
as does his employee, the goateed man,
Maury Amsterdam. Yeah, the captain.
But the professor had like a very sort of bushy, unkempt,
and he was wearing ridiculous clothes, like safari suits.
And also a fake beard.
He's an anthropologist.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, Frankie and Dolores are back in love. The professor and Marianne. Hey, little Gilligan's shout out. I wonder if there's a connection there. This is probably pre-Gilligan, I would say. I think so.
But they finally actually do some kissing there. The professor and
they are into each other. Yes.
And the intern.
They hook up.
Yeah, they do. They do get it together.
Definitely.
So you see the whole sexual tension that was there the whole film, and like she stormed off in a huff when the professor was going at it with Dolores, but then she sort of figured like, okay, yeah, let's go with it, and they end up together.
And you're probably wondering, but what about Eric Von Zipper and Ava?
We do wonder.
What about those guys? When will they find love? And it turns out that they are fine with each other. Oh, they leave together, vowing to return, perhaps in one of the next 6 movies about this shit that we have to watch. And then it ends with dancey credits and a promo for a movie called The Haunted Palace, which is starring Mr. Vincent Price, and that's
completely unrelated.
That's just how the movie ends. Okay. Soon to be seen in Edgar Allan Poe's Haunted Palace.
Wow,
this is a nice matte painting.
Did he
this castle.
Put money into this music?
He must have.
No. I think he was just. This is how they would get you when you had no budget. Yeah, you get a billboard and
that's
you get.
That's how the movie ended.
That's the end. Yeah. So
Well, there's some dancing after this.
Yeah, And so concludes 1963's Beach Party. What a waste of everybody's time. Now,
I disagree. I think it was a great use of our time.
Well-
and I feel sorry for Shrishma Naik for not having watched it.
well, I feel sorry too, but for different reasons.
And the question remains, will she watch it after our description of it?
Shrishma is on her phone at the moment, refusing to
What
answer.
was the question?
It's almost over.
Perfect.
Just say
will you
yes
watch it?
enthusiastically.
Would you watch this movie?
You know, just to join you guys on the same page, I probably will, because it sounds pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'll fall asleep halfway.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Go home, kiss the sky and
Right.
enjoy some beach movies.
Right.
Okay, so it's a maybe from you.
Maybe.
Okay. Katherine Sherlock. Beach Party.
Mm,
Do we keep watching this?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Any reason?
All of it.
Yeah.
I think I actually wrote that down like 10 minutes in. I was
hate
just,
all of this.
No. Nope.
It's a no from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Carolyn Naoroz. Beach Party. 1963. Frankie and Annette. Nope. Let me finish. Frankie, Annette, Professor, Marianne, Eric Von Zipper.
No.
Do we keep watching
It's
it?
gonna be a no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's stupid.
It is. It certainly is that. Dettifoss Bergmann. Do we keep watching this?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, you want to
The
keep...
next one is called
There's always
Muscle
one.
Beach Party.
Oh,
Well, no.
Of course, we're gonna watch the next one.
No. This is what I'm saying, though, is that this is the way the show works is, do we watch this one? Do we keep watching this one again? Or do we hedge our bets a little bit and say, I think one of the next 6 versions of this movie might be better than this one?
No, I would have thought like you're never gonna get quite as deep analysis of hipsterdom as you will in this film.
What if this is, I mean, presumably, though, this is a hit because they make a bunch more of them.
Yes.
Or at least it's enough of a profit maker. We can make these cheap and we'll turn a profit. Oh, I had a question attached to that. Never mind. It's over. Who cares? Who cares? Damn it. And listen, here's what I'm saying. This is a no from me as well. I'm going to take my chances that there's a better version of this. This is what I was going to pick up on. That maybe they turn a profit and they get a slightly larger budget. Maybe they can spend some more time on that script.
Maybe
Mr.
you
Writer
record
Man.
it in the summertime.
Maybe
when it's
do-
not fucking
Do it without the gloom.
SoCal
Yeah.
mist time.
That is summer in Southern California.
Wow.
Do it in
fucking
fall.
Mexico
Yeah,
then.
okay. Or do it somewhere else. I think there's something better here that we can find. Maybe it's Gidget. We're going to find out later this year. Maybe it's Muscle Beach Party, which is next week's episode.
So excited about that one.
Sorry. We're only doing 2, though. There are so many, but we'll just do 2 a year. Next week, we have another picture that we're going to watch. And
Muscle Beach.
no.
What is it called?
it is, we'll find out here.
Yeah, I think it is.
Whoa.
Shrishma, are you actually watching it?
I will.
You're going to watch it?
I won't let you guys
Muscle
down.
Beach Party from 1964. Local beachgoers find that their beach has been taken over by a businessman training a stable of bodybuilders. Directed
Oh,
by
boy.
William Asher, who
Same
also directed this
director.
one, and starring Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello.
But I think it's like not starring Cummings, Robert
No
Cummings. unfortunately.
professor that we're aware of, but
I would have liked to see Robert Cummings as a muscly professor. I would like to see him in a fake muscle suit that looked uncomfortable
With
on
a
him.
fake beard.
With well, yes.
so you're saying you just want to see Muscle Beach Party. You're into this.
Yeah.
Okay. In conclusion, you guys, hey, great episode, I'm sure. Yeah, give us a round of applause. Yeah, we did great. We did really well.
We put
This is
3
new.
hours of energy into
That's true. And so concludes yet another episode of Old Movie Time Machine, and a gracious round of back-patting applause by the people who just made that thing. There it is. I think you'll agree it's an instant classic, and if you like what you heard, The great news is that there is twice as much of it, like more than twice as much of it. For example, this particular episode of Beach Party, we talked about this for like 2 hours and 15 minutes, something crazy like that. Who knows how long it's going to end up, but it's somewhere in that neighborhood. But you're only getting, a little under an hour, something like that. So if you want more, join us on Patreon. We call our spot the Boom Room. The link is in the show notes, as ever. You can go there, sign up for $2 a month, $2 a month from your pocket in 2 hours, and you will get more than twice the content. Plus, occasionally we sprinkle in a little extra for you because we love you. We love the people behind the paywall. We treat you really nicely. So we would love to see you there. We would love to hear from you at our email account, partyline@oldmovietimemachine.com. Write into us. We will probably get back to you sooner or later. And as for next week, that's right, summer vacation continues with the second of the Beach Party movies. This one is called Muscle Beach Party, available for you to watch on the internet at the following locations. Let's check it out. Available for rent and for purchase at the Microsoft Store. And if you want to stream it, it looks like you have some options here. Prime Video, Paramount Plus, Amazon channel, Epic's Amazon channel, and then also, who could forget, Pluto TV. So that's it for this week. An extra special thank you to our guest, Dettifoss Bergmann. Thank you for joining, buddy. Great to see and hear you again. And that's it for this week. So we will see you next Wednesday for 1964's Muscle Beach Party here on Old Movie Time Machine.